Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
XRP breaking the $3 mark. For the first time in 7 years, a 16% jump on January 15th. Somebody's excited.
Someone is very excited about that.
So what's the story here? Is this just like another crypto roller coaster, or is there something bigger going on?
Well, I think is really intriguing is how this XRP surge really ties into the broader crypto market recovery.
Okay.
Bitcoin is back above $100,000. Ethereum's over $3,300. It seems like the whole sector is getting this boost.
So it's not just an XRP thing then?
No, not at all.
Okay. But you know what they say, a rising tide lifts all boats. What's driving this tide, though? Why are investors suddenly so bullish on crypto again?
I think there's a few key factors at play here.
Okay.
First, you have this technical momentum.
Okay.
XRP breaking through that $2.88 resistance level. That was a big signal for a lot of traders. It's attracting, I think, the kind of investor who thrives on that FOMO fear of missing out.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
So that kind of investor, though, they can really amplify price swings, right?
No, absolutely.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
But how sustainable is that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a double-edged sword there, right? It can create, explosive growth.
Yeah.
But it can also lead to those really rapid crashes.
Right.
So I think the key here is really whether or not this momentum will attract more long-term investors.
Right.
The ones who believe in the underlying value of the asset.
So are we seeing any signs of that? Are we seeing the big players starting to take XRP seriously?
We are seeing growing signs of institutional interest.
Okay.
In the crypto space as a whole. Now, typically their first stop is going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Right.
But that interest is starting to spill over into other altcoins, including XRP.
Interesting. So the institutional money might be what provides that stability for sustained growth.
Yay.
But isn't there also some talk about potential regulatory shifts? Could that be playing a role in this route?
Absolutely. There's a lot of speculation right now
Yeah.
about how the incoming Trump administration might approach crypto regulation. Some anticipate, a more crypto-friendly environment.
Okay.
Especially with these rumors of Paul Atkins, who's a known crypto advocate,
Okay.
potentially heading the SEC.
Hold on. Paul Atkins back in the SEC. Wasn't he there during like the early days of Bitcoin?
Yeah.
That's a blast from the past. Okay, so let's play this out for a second. What would a more favorable regulatory environment even mean for XRP specifically, though?
Well, remember the Ripple SEC lawsuit?
Yeah.
The settlement they reached last month, while costly, could actually pave the way for greater regulatory clarity for XRP.
Okay.
And this could open doors for wider adoption, maybe even an XRP ETF approval.
Right. An XRP ETF would be huge.
Oh, yeah.
That'd make it so much easier for everyday investors to get involved. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Some of these articles are throwing out some pretty bold predictions. One even mentions XRP hitting $6.40.
Yeah.
Is that even remotely realistic?
Analyst predictions, should always be taken with a grain of salt.
Of course.
However, the technical indicators they're pointing to, like the MACD and the RSI, are showing strong bullish signals.
Okay.
And XRP is also known for having very, very strong community support.
Right.
And that can be a really powerful force in the crypto world.
Yeah, you can't underestimate the power of the XRP army.
No.
Yeah, they're definitely a passionate bunch.
No.
But even with all of these positive signs, shouldn't we be considering some potential risks too? What could derail this whole bullish outlook?
Of course. One major risk factor is always regulatory uncertainty. Even with potential shifts towards a more favorable environment, the crypto landscape is constantly evolving.
Right.
A sudden regulatory crackdown either in the US or globally could quickly dampen investor sentiment.
That's a good point. And then there's always the inherent volatility of the crypto market itself. Things can change on a dime.
Precisely. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We can't forget that crypto markets are still relatively young.
Yeah.
They're susceptible to manipulation and external shocks. So while the current momentum is exciting, it's important to approach it with a healthy dose of caution.
All right. So we've got a mix of, bullish and bearish factors at play here. It seems like we've got a potential regulatory shakeup. We've got a surge of investor enthusiasm, but also this looming threat of volatility. And that's not even mentioning this America First crypto reserve concept that's popping up in the news. It sounds like something straight out of a political thriller.
Oh, yeah, we'll save that one for later.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting.
It is.
All right, so we'll definitely unpack that a little bit later.
Indeed. That's a whole other layer of complexity that could significantly impact XRP's future.
Okay, so stay tuned for that. We'll be right back after a quick break.
This concept of an America First crypto reserve, it has some historical parallels. Remember Remember those strategic oil reserves?
Oh, yeah.
The ones established, after that 1970s oil crisis.
Right.
It feels kind of similar,
Okay.
but with the potential to disrupt global power dynamics in a whole new way.
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection here. But oil is a tangible commodity. How would a strategic reserve of cryptocurrency even work?
Right.
What would that even look like?
Think of it as like a digital stockpile
Okay.
of cryptocurrencies, potentially including XRP,
Right.
held by the government for strategic purposes.
So it's not just a matter of holding on to it.
Yeah.
They would actually use this reserve for something.
Exactly. There are several potential use cases being discussed.
Like what?
For example, it could be used to stabilize the US dollar in times of economic uncertainty.
Okay.
It could also be used to facilitate international transactions, potentially bypassing the SWIFT system.
Wow, bypassing SWIFT. Now, that would be a major shakeup of the global financial system. But how would XRP specifically fit into all of this? Why XRP and not, say, Bitcoin?
That's where XRP's unique characteristics come into play.
Okay.
Its speed, low cost, and scalability make it ideal for cross-border payments.
Right.
It's designed to move value quickly and efficiently across borders,
Right.
which aligns with the goals of a potential America First crypto reserve.
Right, I see what you mean. If the U.S. is aiming to create a more efficient and independent global financial system, XRP would certainly be a valuable tool.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the potential impact on XRP itself.
Yeah.
If it becomes a cornerstone of this strategic reserve, what could that mean for its price?
Well, if the government starts buying up a significant portion of the XRP supply,
Yeah.
it could create a supply shock,
Okay.
potentially driving prices much higher.
Right.
And beyond that,
Yeah.
government backing would provide a level of legitimacy that
Yeah.
could attract more investors and users,
Okay.
further increasing demand.
So it's not just about the government's purchases. It's
Yeah.
about the signal it sends to the market.
Right, exactly.
Like a stamp of approval saying, hey, we believe in the future of XRP.
Precisely. It could create this ripple effect, encouraging other countries to consider incorporating XRP into their own strategic reserves. We could be looking at a scenario where XRP becomes a key player in the global financial system.
Okay, that's a pretty exciting thought.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic for a moment. This whole America First crypto reserve concept, it's still speculative. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to be cautious about getting ahead of ourselves.
Right.
This is still just an idea being floated around.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any concrete policy proposals or official statements from the government.
Right. So it's important to remember that all of this is hypothetical.
Right.
But even the fact that it's being discussed at such high levels is pretty remarkable, don't you think?
It is. It highlights how quickly the conversation around cryptocurrencies is evolving.
Right.
Just a few years ago, most people dismissed crypto as, a fad or a speculative bubble.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about governments potentially using it to reshape the global financial system.
It's a reminder that we're living in a truly transformative time. The decisions made today regarding cryptocurrencies will have lasting implications for the future of finance. But let's not lose sight of what brought us to this point, XRP's impressive price surge and the factors driving it.
Indeed, this concept of a crypto reserve is captivating, but we shouldn't let it overshadow XRP's core strengths as a payment solution.
Right.
Its utility in facilitating fast and cost-effective cross-border transactions is what initially attracted attention and continues to drive adoption.
That's an important point. Amidst all the hype and speculation, it's crucial to remember that XRP has real-world applications that are already making a difference. But I think we've lingered on this America First crypto reserve long enough. Let's shift gears and bring this back to our listener. You've been following XRP for a while now. What stands out to you about this potential development? What are your thoughts on the potential implications for XRP's future, given your own investment goals? It's amazing, just how much ground we've covered just exploring these few articles. We started with, XRP breaking through that $3 mark, a price level that hasn't been seen in years. Mm-hmm. And then we uncovered, this whole wave of momentum that's sweeping across the entire crypto market.
Yeah.
Bitcoin surging past $100,000, Ethereum booming. We've got institutional investors finally stepping in. It really feels like the whole world is waking up to the potential of crypto.
And this potential America First crypto reserve just adds another layer of intrigue to it all, right?
Yeah.
It's just a future where crypto isn't just about, investment gains. It could actually become like a strategic tool for governments.
Right.
Potentially, reshaping the global financial landscape as we know it.
It's like we're standing on the cusp of a whole new era where digital assets play much bigger role in global economics and geopolitics.
Right.
But let's not forget about those more immediate factors
Right.
that are driving XRP's surge. The settlement with the SEC, the potential regulatory tailwinds that we have under the new administration, and that classic crypto market momentum. They're all contributing to the current excitement.
Absolutely. It's this confluence of events that has created like the perfect storm for XRP.
Yeah.
Pushing it into the spotlight. The future, as always, is uncertain.
Of course.
Especially in the volatile world of crypto.
Right.
But that current momentum is undeniable. For those who, understand the technology and its potential, this is a time of immense opportunity.
But as we discussed, navigating this new world requires a healthy dose of caution.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to separate the hype from the reality, the speculation from the facts. So what advice would you give our listener as they navigate this exciting but, sometimes overwhelming world of crypto?
I would say the key is to stay informed and keep learning. Don't get swept up in the hype, but also don't dismiss the potential either.
Right.
Do your own research, understand the technology behind those projects that you're interested in, and just approach these exciting developments with a critical eye.
That's great advice. And that's where resources like the Deep Dive come in. We're here to help you cut through all of that noise, understand these complex issues, and empower you to make more informed decisions in this rapidly evolving landscape.
Precisely. It's about providing that context, connecting the dots, and empowering individuals to navigate this exciting new world with confidence.
I like that. Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of XRP, what's like the one key takeaway you'd like our listeners to remember?
I would say this. The crypto world is full of possibilities, both thrilling and uncertain. Don't be afraid to explore, but always approach it with a healthy dose of curiosity and a critical mind.